there, it's Brent Clayton from Recruitment.Australia.com, and today I'm going to run you through the DFES fitness testing, also known as the Western Australia Fire Service. So the DFES fitness testing is part of the next stage of recruitment after the online application and aptitude testing. The first fitness testing involves a beep test, which is also known as a shuttle run test, or the bleep test, and a number of other names, but it's a pretty well-known test, so that's the first test that you'll be required to do. The beep test aims to measure an applicant's level of cardiovascular fitness and may also be used later stages to make sure that a candidate can maintain the minimum required fitness level. Basically, the main goal is to run for as long as possible at an increasing pace between the two 20-metre markers. The starting pace is very slow, it's just like almost a walk, and it increases at each level. The final result will be recorded, and you're looking to get a minimum of 9.6, so level 9.6. Before doing the beep test, you'll also undertake a grip strength test with 2 to 3 goes, so you'll get 2 to 3 goes at the grip strength, and the highest result on each hand will be recorded. So for the beep test, you must attain 9.6, as I said, to be considered any further in the process. However, aim to go beyond 9.6 as your maximum result will be rated compared with other applicants. So what that means is that they allow you to go past 9.6. So it gets competitive. So it's not just a benchmark like some other services. The better you go, the better chance you've got of progressing. So not getting 9.6 will disqualify you from continuing through the process. So I just say to our guys that we train to just aim as high as you possibly can and keep working on the beep test, particularly for DFES, as it's a competitive part of the process and not just a benchmarking process. So as preparation for the beep test, as it's a running test, you can prepare and improve your performance by running and practicing the actual test. We've also got a program inside our membership on how to rapidly improve your beep test results over at recruitmentaustralia.com.au. So that incorporates a book and a MP3 download specifically for the beep test. Okay, so the second component of fitness testing, which is a series of physical aptitude tests or physical ability tests, as they're also known. The series of tests aim to measure an applicant's ability to meet the physical requirements of a firefighter, including endurance, strength and fitness. They are designed to simulate the physical tasks expected of firefighters in their line of work, such as carrying heavy equipment upstairs, dragging hoses, search and rescue operations, and using heavy manual tools and handling ladders. The first physical aptitude test is the simulated heavy tool operation. This assessment is designed to simulate the critical task of using rescue equipment to gain access in an emergency situation. So that's access to a motor vehicle accident where a person's trapped. This tests the candidate's upper and lower body strength and muscular endurance. In this test, the candidates are required to hold cutters and spreaders weighing just under 20 kilos against a variety of points on a vehicle for specified times without excessive movement. The second physical aptitude test is the simulated hose drag. This test is designed to simulate the critical task of advancing a charged hose line to the scene of a fire. This test assesses a candidate's physical strength and endurance and ability to follow instructions. That's really important to the following of instructions. Just keep that in mind throughout the whole process. In this test, the candidate drags a water-filled hose to multiple specified points within a designated time frame. So the third physical aptitude or physical ability test is the height anxiety test. That's pretty self-explanatory in the name. This test aims to simulate the demands of the critical task of climbing multi-storey stairwells, carrying essential firefighting equipment and hauling equipment up through a vertical distance. This is a functional capacity test designed to test an applicant's endurance, physical strength and the ability to follow instructions again. It's also designed to identify their susceptibility to vertigo and acrophobia. In this test, the candidate climbs a ladder and then a stairwell, carrying equipment to a tower, hauls up equipment and subsequently returns to the ground. Fourth physical ability test is the confined space anxiety tunnel crawl. This test is designed to test an applicant's ability to operate in a confined dark environment and to identify their susceptibility to claustrophobia or high levels of frustration caused either through wearing a face mask or the confined space. In this test, candidates crawl through a tunnel system undertaking tasks and manoeuvring through various shapes within a specified time frame. The crawl increases in difficulty throughout the course. The fifth physical ability test is the simulated casualty rescue or the dummy drag. This task simulates the critical task of removing a victim from an emergency situation. It tests the applicant's aerobic and anaerobic capacity and upper body and lower body strength. In this test, the candidate carefully drags a dummy through a course as directed within a specified time frame. So the sixth physical abilities test is the equipment handling test. These tests are designed to simulate the demands of accessing, removing and replacing essential firefighting equipment from a firefighting appliance. Just a tip on this one, this is a little bit more about not only accessing and removing and replacing the essential equipment, it's also about following instructions. So when undertaking this task, just make sure you really listen carefully and don't do anything outside of the instructions. It also assesses the applicant's upper body strength and ability to follow instructions like it's just covered off. In the test, candidates are required to remove and replace a ladder from the top of the fire appliance, as well as remove, handle and replace equipment stored in a locker on the vehicle. So the seventh test is the hose coupling test. This test is designed to assess an applicant's manual dexterity and mechanical reasoning skills, along with their ability to, again, follow a set of instructions. In this test, candidates are to place and remove a number of pieces of equipment on a fire appliance within a specified time frame. Now, how do you prepare for these physical aptitude tests or physical ability tests? Take note that some of these tests are physically demanding due to the weight of equipment being used. It's important to have good upper body and core strength. Aside from having a high level of aerobic fitness, you should always work on building up overall core strength. If you require some extra help to overcome or get through this process, go and have a look at our membership where we work one-on-one with you to come up with a program that suits you specifically so that you know the exact exercises you need to do to improve quickly, so that we're putting in the minimum effort and getting the maximum results and not wasting time. Also, we want you to avoid unnecessary exercises that don't work or don't improve you where you need it most. Our goal is for you to go into the physical abilities testing with confidence so that you can pass the PAT with ease and stand out and look good in the process. I hope you've got something out of this presentation. I'm Brent Clayton. This is firerecruitmentaustralia.com. I'll see you next time.